Hello, long time no see. I am here to talk about writing and burnout and why, for the first time in over a decade, I am not going to do NaNoWriMo. NaNoWriMo, or National Novel Writing Month, happens every November. It is a challenge where writers all over the world try to write a novel of 50,000 words in 1 month. One novel each of 50,000 words each, that is. There is a bit of a divide in the writing community about whether this is useful or not, and I'm not going to go into the pros and cons and the arguments on both sides. It's not for everyone, but I have been doing NaNoWriMo since 2010, I think, and I've won each time. So I've written 50,000 words or more in a month. Sometimes I've struggled, sometimes it's been easy, but I've always done it. The main reason why I have done it has always been the community. There are very active forums, there are amazing people doing it everywhere. I met my wife through an NaNoWriMo event, so this month means a lot to me. And as such, I think you can understand why it's been a very difficult decision to skip this year. A number of weeks ago, I filmed a video about writing and burnout. I never published it. My burnout just wouldn't let me get that far with it, so let me try to recap what's going on. I have been off sick from work since mid-August because of burnout. I won't go into all the details why I got burnout, but it had been a long time coming and just eventually got to the point where I ceased to function. I could barely get myself to do anything beyond getting out of bed and doing the bare necessities for my personal hygiene, and eating, but only if there was food at home that I could just heat up, or someone else could cook for me. I'm not quite that bad anymore. I can cook simple things now and be of some sort of help around the house as well, so things are going in the right direction, albeit slowly. I am not, however, back to my creative self. I am not back to being excited about writing or sewing or any other creative outlets, and I am certainly not back to being able to do those things without excitement. The thing is that I have never been the person who has to wait for inspiration to strike before I can do something creative. I would generally sit down and write even if I didn't feel inspired, because I wanted to and because I knew that that was the only way I would be able to fulfill my dream of one day being a full-time author. So for many, many years I wrote every day or close to it. It's been a long time now since I wrote that frequently. Life has happened, I'm in my early 30s, and there are other things I have to do with my time compared to when I was in my teens, for example. But my point is that one sign of burnout that I think I should have acknowledged much earlier is how difficult it's been for me to write, period. Not even write regularly, but just to write at all. Because there is a huge difference for me between sitting down and writing when I'm not excited, but still getting some words out, and forcing myself to sit and stare at an empty page or write something that I end up hating. If that happens once or twice, that's just how it is. But when it started happening almost every time I tried to write, or even half the time, I should have taken a step back and looked at my life in general and recognized the signs of burnout. I didn't, which is why I completely crashed about 2 months ago. The writing wasn't the cause. The last straw was some stuff that happened at work, but the writing and lack of enthusiasm for it was a symptom. As for Nano, even if I'm not writing a lot, couldn't Nano be a great time to get back to it? I am usually a rebel of some sort. I don't follow all the rules of Nano, so I could just set myself an unofficial goal of 500 words instead of 50k in a month. That would be a great idea if it worked, but I know myself. I am a completionist. I cannot play through a Pokemon game without catching every single Pokemon. I have to explore every nook and cranny on any game map. And I know that even if I do manage to make it through the month without forcing myself to get the full 50k, I will forever look back at this year's stats and be upset that it's not a win. And no, I don't want to fib the stats and give myself 50k if I haven't written them. It's a personal preference, it just wouldn't feel right for me. So I won't be doing Nano. I won't be in the forums, in any nano-specific discords, nothing like that. I do think that I will be watching people's progress in vlogs, if I have the energy to watch other two videos, which I have not been doing a lot lately, but I hope I will be able to soon. Now, as you may have guessed, my burnout is the reason I have not been making videos lately. It's also caused a few cancelled live streams, and it's part of the reason why me and Matilda are pausing the Dual Rule project without setting any kind of deadline for if and when we will pick it back up. I don't know when I will get back to making videos. I want to get back to writing. And of course, because, capitalism is a thing, I have to get back to being able to work a day job. And after that, I hope to be able to start making regular videos again, but I don't know when that will be. Could be months, could be a year, more, maybe, I have no clue. But that's not to say that there won't be any videos. As part of recovering from burnout, you should do things that you enjoy, and I really enjoy making videos, so I hope I will publish a video from time to time, just not with any kind of regularity. For now, I hope to use the month of November to get back to finding the fun in writing. I hope to watch some vlogs, follow people's progress, and I hope to write if and when I want to. Only if it's fun. Only when I have the inspiration. That's what I need right now. I need to remember that writing is fun. That it is not a chore that needs to suck up all of my energy, but something enjoyable that should, ideally, give me energy. That's the hope. And I hope that's something we're all striving for. Writing should be fun. Of course, it can be difficult and frustrating, but at the end of the day, it should also be fun. Don't forget that.